Welcome in, everybody.
Are you ready? I hope so. 3, 2,
Three,
go.
two. Let me get that little. There it is.
Hi.
Welcome in, everybody.
Hi.
And by everybody, I mean all of you.
Hi.
It's Jason.
Hi.
The prodigal father has returned.
That's not how that works.
I know it's the prodigal. The guy has returned.
Hi.
That Chai Cat, Anna, Rattlecan, Hawk, Avian, Sarcastic Grandpa. What's going on today? Yes,
I already
Avian,
know what's going on.
we're here.
Hello.
Sorry we're late.
Hello. You're an entitled brat. That's exactly what he just said before he started the stream.
No, Avian. No. I said, what's up with this Avian guy?
He said, what's up with this entitled brat?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's what he said.
Exact words. What's going on, everybody?
Words.
Jason?
Chris?
How are your travels?
Pretty good.
I have not talked to you today.
Pretty good.
It was good.
I had a good
You had a
trip
blast.
to the Uck.
Nice. The Uck.
To the Uck.
That's a good way to put it.
The United Kingdom.
B positive plus.
That's my blood type. Be positive.
Oh, B positive?
That's how I remember it. So I'm like,
Oh.
you got to be positive.
Hey, you're
that's my
B
blood
positive.
type is be positive.
Yes, this model is cool. Artistic.
This is my Praetor. My
He's
assault Praetor for my blood
Praetor.
angels. We're going to spend time on the big man.
Yeah.
These are not word bearers.
Grant, false.
You bastard.
Come on, man. It's in the title. Thank God it's in the title.
What's going on, everybody? Good to be home. It is good. My trip was great, but it is good to be home.
I'm sure.
I'm sick of traveling, and I got to do more. I got to find a way to go to Australia. I got to go to Germany.
What's your best Australian accent?
Oi, mate, put a shrimp on the Barbie.
Close. We're getting there. He's been practicing. Lumberjack Sugar Rush.
That's my Aussie
I hear
accent.
my boat is interesting. Slow fuse.
Hello, mate. I hear by boat is interesting. By boat where?
To Australia?
Have you lost what's left of your mind, Avian? Why would anybody go to Australia by boat?
I could think of a couple reasons.
Name them. Sing them.
Dun 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 dun. For fun.
for fun.
Just order paint from you guys. Twisted, nice.
Awesome. Good to see you, Twisted.
Twisted was here. Hey, first time chat. Welcome in. And we're so glad you are part of the family.
A plane takes me like 16 hours.
Ugh.
I'm not even looking for that.
No.
And I probably only need to go there for like 2 days.
Oh.
So there you have it.
Did you have any of this, the jet lag? You see him. Is there? Yeah, I guess you'd have some jet lag.
No, coming this way generally not.
You don't get jet lag bad.
We left at. I left the UK at 2 p.m. 2:30 on Friday, and I got home at 5:30 on Friday. 3 hours later. Time travel.
What?
So yeah.
No.
So it was a little rough because I had to get up so early. I got up at 5 o'clock.
Oh.
In Sheffield to catch the train from Sheffield to London.
Right.
I made it to London on everything went really well, which is, knock wood. My travel karma has been horrible lately. Every time I've traveled internationally, they've lost my bags. Everything's been late. It's been more of a stressor on my system, just the travel part. And then the trip has been great everywhere I go.
Good.
This trip was great, and travel pressure was next to none. Because like I said, I left Friday at 2, planes, trains, and automobiles to get to London, right? I took the train down to London, St. Pancras, and then I had to do the transfer over to Paddington, and then Paddington on the Heathrow Express to get to Heathrow, and then Heathrow was on time. Flight was on time. Holy crap, that's crazy.
Wow. Especially
Flight got home early. I wasn't supposed to get home until 6:30. I got home at 5:30. It was like 50 minutes early to Phoenix because of tailwinds.
I was worried for you because there's been such a bunch of crap going on in Phoenix.
Well, it's not just Phoenix. It's that they've shut down like 10% of all outbound flights from U.S. destinations. So it didn't affect anybody coming in internationally. It only was flights leaving here. But a lot of the people that were on my plane had connecting flights out of Phoenix, and a bunch of those got canceled.
Oh,
so
yikes.
Yeah. But it sounds like they are getting all that squared away. It looks like the government will open back up here soon. Hopefully, cross our fingers. I know there's a lot of people struggling, so we would like to see that. But Fuse, you'll be living in the future for those 2 days.
That's right. He will be in Australia.
I'll send you, when I go to Australia, I will definitely send back all of the lotto numbers. Even if I will go to jail for you. You just have to split the winnings with me. When peering out during the night at Bree, just before sleeping, what does Frodo see in the sky?
Brutal Burrito, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to bait me. I know what you're doing. I've said this to you multiple times. You cannot derail me. Not today. Jason, very specifically today, said, Chris,
Husker Du, what's going on?
if this isn't a tight ship today, there's going to be some hell to pay. And then he skipped away. You liked how that all rhymed?
I don't think that's what happened, but
That was exactly what
I don't
happened.
think that's what happened. I'll be going to the east, Avian. The east. The Sydney, Gold Coast area. I don't believe I'll be going anywhere else, but I might. Since I'm going to have to go down there, I probably need to spend more time seeing more dealers and stuff like that.
Yes.
Maybe to the south. I want to go visit Combat Company if I can.
Vigilant Artistry. Yes, we did. We had
my gosh, the models were fantastic too. That was a great one. I didn't get to watch the show, unfortunately. My Monday fell apart by the time I actually got into the UK and to my hotel. It was way beyond. I was pooped.
59 entries.
That way the lag does get you really hard.
Yeah, everybody did a great job. Dark Markery, thank you so much for that sub. 5 months.
Avian, I've been to Australia tons of times. I love it down there. They say rattle cans can melt bones miniatures. I had a giant Sophie's Revenge ship and was dreading trying to airbrush primer it. The Monument matte black worked out. No issues. Good. Don't tell the airport staff you're there to meet dealers, like drug dealers. Definitely, Tim. Good stuff. Including the soft plastic parts. No issues. Awesome. Yeah, I had always heard that it was just a problem getting primers to stick to them without washing them first. The old bone stuff was garbage, right? The little bendy white stuff. I always hated it. It was super cheap and not really what you want your miniatures made out of for painting in general. The new stuff that they do, I think, is Cyocast. It's a totally different deal that they're doing, but I don't have a lot of visibility towards all that stuff. So,
Sarcastic Grandpa, 15 months. Thank you so much.
15 months?
We appreciate it.
Lies.
Yes, you all did a great job in October, so thank you everybody for submitting. We had such a fun time with Grant doing that and Jordan. Plus, we got a lot of stuff done with Jordan last week. Yes, Frigid, my beard is coming back. It's slow growing, those beards, you know. Wad, I had a lot of work to do, so I'm mostly lurking, but I love your faces. Wad, we're just glad you're here.
Right back at you, my friend. Right back at you.
Valkiv says, I feel like I'm stuck at my current level of painting. Is there anything you recommend to level up as a painter? Ooh, great question.
Tons. That's a very broad question in terms of what you currently are feeling stuck at, right? So when I get this question all the time, and I love it, because there's always something that can progress you from where you're at. I think that one of the biggest things that we get hung up on is the techniques that we've learned that create a good finish line. You know, like the first time, just something as simple as base coat, dry brush, wash, highlight. Can be a technique that you learn and you refine and you get really confident in, and then all of a sudden you're stuck because you see other things on the internet, you compare your work to something else you've seen that feels really great, but you spend all your effort to refine this set of skills and you can make it look really good. And then when you go in and say, okay, what's my next thing that helps? Sometimes you just have to say, okay, well, let me just throw everything out the window and start a model completely in a new way. You know, let me do all layering or, move to airbrush base coats or whatever it is. Find something that you think will help elevate your skills. And sometimes you do need to just go watch a YouTube video, come here, watch how we start a model and how we do stuff, and say, hey, I'm going to do part of my model that way, as opposed to the way that I've been doing it. Sometimes for people, it's something like, hey, I'd really like to try non-metallic metal. And so they jump out and pick a gold or a silver thing, a sword or a piece of armor, and just try to teach themselves how to get light reflection and all that down. For some people, it's that I don't feel like I have enough depth to my models. So I think it really comes down to where do you think you are right now? What do you think you're really good at? And what do you think you would struggle with or haven't tried yet? And it's the struggle and haven't tried section of your painting that you need to step out of your comfort zone and go start hammering on that. That'll be the best way to break out of the doldrums and the stuck feelings, is just push yourself. Just go for it. It's not brain surgery. You're not going to kill anybody. Nobody's going to die on the table, surgeon. Just start putting paint on it.
Jadica, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We use a Blackmagic 4K camera. That's what we use as our main ones.
Picked up the Terminator box. The new ones?
Oh, yeah. Those did come out this
They're
week.
close combat, right? Like Assault Terminators?
I don't really know.
I feel like their Assault Terminators is what's new about them. They didn't have Assault Terminators yet, right?
The Nurgle guys, pretty cool.
Some of the new Nurgle models are really bitching.
They're
really
super
bitching.
Cool.
Yeah. I only saw those in passing. I have not caught up with what all of the reveals were from Warhammer, but there were some really neat models on there. The
Festus is really cool.
In 30K, they released Skitarii, or they showed Skitarii, and the stilty Skitarii guys look okay.
Yeah.
But I have a harder time understanding how they fit with how the regular Mechanicum work in that right now. I'm dealing with my buddy Blake is trying to figure that out because he really wants to do Mechanicum. So I took a look at all the pictures. Like, these are pretty cool, but is this all they have?
They're cool.
Boo-doo-boo-boo-boo.
Great question. Listen to Jason help. Keep pushing yourself. Painting more helps, says TK421.
Listening to me has helped? Oh, God, don't ever admit that. They will take you away. Padded rooms for everyone if you say that what I say helps. All right, let's get to it. Let's see if I remember how to do this stuff.
Where are you going to start?
What am I doing?
You're painting.
Oh. What is this?
Non-metallic gold. Do I need to fix the camera? Is that good?
Yeah, like I feel like you moved it down. I don't think I've changed.
No, I moved it.
No, but you were over here working on it. And I thought we had it centered.
You can come up a little bit. Look at me.
See, he wears pants. That's Chris's pants. Right there is his pants. How's that feel? That feels amazing.
Does it?
Harder, faster. Faster.
Okay.
Harder.
The kids show.
Harder, faster. That's perfect. Hello, about getting out of your comfort zone. Would you recommend to try only, for example, non-metallic metal and then on an X Mini or finish a Mini? I guess, again, that depends, right? Are you... there's as many ways, I always say there's as many ways to paint as there are painters. Some people are okay just practicing. So we have these models called texture trainers. And so the texture trainers were built as the idea being that you could feel comfortable practicing on them. So you could practice non-metallic metal and then prime over it and practice it again and change things and all that. But at the end of the day, they also give you a really cool model. So you could do something where it's just like, I'm just going to paint the armor. And then, practice on that, prime over it, paint it again, and keep practicing. If you are a person who feels like you learn better in that regard, then they're great for that. I would say get a bunch of models that you have that are old, that are, old Space Marines laying around or whatever you've got that you're never going to use for anything, and just practice a specific thing that you want to get better at. Skin, light and volume on armor, whatever it is. If you are a person that likes to follow through and get a model done, then add something like non-metallic metal to a model and finish the model so that you can see the complete picture. Some people, I'm using the term completionist incorrectly here, but if you're that type of completionist where you see your progress through a finished product rather than stages along the way, then either one works great. I think it really relies on you and what makes you feel like you're gaining your confidence. And don't be ashamed to say either one. Like, I would just rather practice skin all day and just paint skin. I don't need to see how the rest of the model looks because maybe I'm comfortable with hair. Or maybe on this I want to practice on hair, so I just paint the hair a bunch of times and then I don't ever worry about anything else. And I'm like, okay, now I got it, right? So I tend to want to practice like that. Let's just paint leather, and we'll just paint leather. And we'll paint it over and over and over until I feel like I've got a comfortable build-up for leather. And then I'll go apply it to a model that has leather on it that I really want to paint. Because that allows me to practice on models I don't care about, as opposed to the rule of cool thing that I fall under, which is like, I really want to finish this model because it's rad, but I don't have the ability to do this one part of the model, like skin or metal or whatever it is, to the highest ability, so I don't paint the model at all. A lot of us out there have that problem. You'll have like a bust in a box on a shelf, and you're like, good God, I want to paint that, but I don't have the confidence to paint skin correctly, so it just stays in a box. And so practice skin on something else that you don't care about just over and over and over and over and over again, so that then you build up the confidence, and then you pick that model up and paint the whole thing. So if you're like that, that's great. If you're like, I'll just go grab the model and say, we're learning today, and I want to learn on this model. Great. Because there is that part of it where I always say that if you love the model it will help push you to new extremes with your techniques because you really want to do well on that model. So there's people that learn that way too. Ishmael, what's going on? I've been coming into my friend's store and been helping out and building the community and been teaching people how to hobby and paint. Awesome.
Nice.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it.
That's super cool.
That's superhuman strength right there. I used to try to do the contrast and slap chop, but never really liked both the process and the result. I'm getting close to finishing your first fully layered model with non-metallic metal and loving the style. It was a much more enjoyable process. And that's awesome. You say the biggest takeaway other than the looks was the ease of picking up and putting down. It's rare for me to have time to paint at night. That's great, right? If you can do it in a way that progresses so that in your limited time you can always move forward. That's the thing we talk about a lot. That's what we talk about the most when doing this Blood Angels army, is finding a way to, make it to where I'm seeing progress. So I've been painting like one model from every unit and trying to push, the whole thing along that way so that I am seeing progress on the army as a whole without getting bogged down on, oh my God, I got to paint 72 guys. Now, today we're going to start painting on the Praetor for the thing, and then I start running out of other unique things to paint. I have to get into the monotony of it, but whatever way you can find that energizes you is always good. What was the other part of that? With the slap chop and the contrast methods, this is one that we've been talking about a lot lately because we are engineering a call it a contrast killer paint at Procryl. So one of the things we're going to be coming out with next year is a way to achieve that fast color on a model in a way that is indicative of the Procryl way, that you are very proud of the way it looks when you're done. It still speeds things up if that's what you need it to do, but it also helps with things like glazing and layering and whatever else. It's a tool you can use in lots of different arenas. So it's been high on my front of mind list, if you will. And it is a problem because, when you're told that, hey, getting into hobbying is easy, just do these and buy these speed paints and do this, dry brush value sketch on the model and then put these speed paints over the top. And it can feel good for a moment, but it always leaves you kind of second guessing as a new painter whether you're doing it right, because it does have a little bit of a lackluster appeal at the end. And then as you grow, you tend to grow away from that because it's tougher to do things like, better layered techniques and volumes with those paints until you've leapfrogged into a higher skill level and confidence with what you do. And so don't ever let that bog you down, right? If you feel like, yeah, that was a great, stepping stone to getting into the hobby, then I think you're doing the right thing, right? Starting with layered and trying new things. When you say you've gone from slap chop to non-metallic metal, that's great.
That's pretty big.
Don't feel like you have to make that big of a jump though, right? There are a lot of things when playing with reflection and light that are sometimes better to take meager steps forward with so that you feel confident and build like, okay, I understand where my highlights go, and now I can just exaggerate my highlights more to make things look shinier and things like that. Don't ever get locked into where if I don't learn non-metallic metal, I'm not a good painter. That's the fear that I always have, is that you'll see a lot of people, us included, that do a lot of it, and it is my primary way of painting, but I never want to do it to the point to where people feel like, oh God, if I can't do that, I'm not worth anything. No, there's a tremendous amount of ways to paint, so good on you. Something we didn't address. How did my non-metallic metal look? I have to go back and look at it, Tim. It's not front of mind for me. I know that the one thing I brought up is not enough contrast on like the silver ring on the chest from separating it from the skin. And then the axe was at a plane going away, if I remember right, but it looked good. It's just I only had the one picture. I didn't see it kind of face on plane. Mo, what's going on, man? Got a chance to work on your Warhammer related thing in your career and worked on Titus reveal trailer. Awesome, Ishmael. Nice. That's great.
That's cool. Brent, I don't know what this, I don't know what you're trying to say here, but.
Okay, hear me out,
no,
Chris.
No.
Hear me out.
No, Gandalf.
Slick Willie's fettuccine.
At this point, I would be.
You just want to see it happen, so I'll shut up, right?
If I didn't invest. Papa Chicken says, historians have discovered the remains of a king that was only 12 inches tall. According to translation of text found in a tomb, he was a terrible king, but an excellent ruler. Papa Chicken, we could not do this without you.
Captain Schmo, what's going on? Warhouse is a Brisbane store that stocks Monument that way. Yep, we know Warhouse.
Nice.
How was whatever it was that you went to that you left us for, Jason?
He
Okay,
seemed to
so
have
that
a good
was a
time.
very passive-aggressive way of saying welcome back.
Yes. Hey, how was that dumb thing you left us for?
Yeah, it was good, but not as good as if I'd have been here with you, Mo.
1 second.
Goblin Twink, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means the world. Thanks for letting us know. Try wet blending as a new technique. It's good to know how to do that. Yep, wet blending can be a great way to do larger surface blending for sure. Even small surface blending once you get used to it.
You made chili with cocoa powder this week.
Good on you. There you go.
What's going on, Pete?
There you go. Chili with cocoa powder is like that Spanish sauce. What do they call it?
Salsa.
No. Thanks for nothing.
Hope you're all doing well. Pop Chicken, thank you.
Old Gamer says, those texture trainers, how many times can you paint them in prime time? Normally over, it keeps the structure. You really love how they look.
20 times.
How many?
I think I've actually...
He does a lot.
I've pre-primed at least, and this is no joke, one of those texture trainers about 10 times.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you airbrush prime, then, or if you can do very thin prime layers with a spray can, then I would think, somewhere between like 8 and a dozen before you start filling in details. We keep the details bigger and they're a larger scale so that you don't start losing anything on them. But I would think that eventually you're going to start filling in, because you just have too many layers of paint, right? It starts to soften edges and stuff.
After a while, the rattle can will definitely start layering.
Yeah, but I think you've got half a dozen times or more that you can paint and repaint.
Half of those texture trainers on those shorts, by the way, are the same one.
Yeah,
the Warrior, the Hunter,
over again.
Crone.
Did I make good progress on you being able to get expert acrylics in the UK? Yes, I did. Mole, that's what I meant. Yeah, mole. Chris doesn't know these higher brow things. He doesn't get it.
No, I'm so sorry. Let me it's salsa. Queso. Pico de Gallo. Pico de Gallo? How do you pronounce that? It's with two L's, right?
It's hard when I travel.
De Gallo.
Because there's this area in my rear lobe of my brain.
I can't do this.
That the pressure just is relieved when I travel. And I never really put it into perspective until just this moment as to what that is. Because now it's back.
You mean it's chat, man. I mean,
Now it's back.
It's chat.
So
I don't. If it's me, I'll get up and leave immediately because I can't have Jason with this void in his head.
D-Fresh, I'm painting black armor. My values are too bright. What would you recommend to knock the values back down? I tend to paint that way for black armor and drive the values up too high and then knock them back down. If you go and look at our painting black armor that I did for Antonio El Tigre, where we did this, it was getting it overly bright and then doing sometimes just a pure black wash and sometimes a mixture of black wash and one of the transparents over the top. Just depends on what I'm looking for.
That's the video.
Black wash thinned works really, really well. Transparent black thinned down works really, really well. Do it in stages. Don't try to just do it all at once because it's hard to get right. But if you thin our black wash down and put it over the top, it'll drag everything back down into neutrals and kind of midtones, and then you can highlight back over it again to grab your edges and your little specular highlights where you need them. So that's one way to do it. That's probably the best.
What? Vigil? I've been a decent man. I know what you're talking about.
Decent, he says.
A menace? Come on now.
Decent. I would say menace probably tracks.
I would agree with that. I can get into
Guess what, chat?
Chicken butt. What is this?
It's us painting. We're going to paint.
Oh.
And as you know, when we paint blood angels, we spend most of our time doing what, Chris?
Painting.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Painting non-metallic gold.
Wow. Think about it.
Jason, the people want to see me paint non-metallic metal.
Well, it sounds like you wimped out.
No, I found the STL head for Earthworm Jim, and I am crafting the model currently.
Okay, so we're doing the Earthworm Jim.
We're going to do Earthworm Jim.
That's the thing.
How's that feel to you?
That's. I don't care what you paint. I'm going to help you knock it out of the park no matter what.
Good. Jason,
Chris,
can you center up for me?
no. Can you get your camera in the right location?
There it is. I might have to move it again. It's okay. We know what we have to do. And oh, there it is. That's perfect. Yes, visual. It is non-metallic metal time.
Doodly doo doo doo. Somebody was asking on the stream. They were hoping that they could get some non-metallic metal. We are going to be painting a lot of gold. I'm back to Blood Angels. We worked on our Orktober.
Brent says Jason sounds very confident in his abilities. I would second that. Dale, thank you so much for that 2-month sub. Avian, may I restate my question? Of course, Avian.
No.
Sure. Lumberjack, I won't do that. No. Jason was this close to actually saying do-do-do-do-do. So close, yes. What? It was super close. He did the charge do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all.
Ishmael says, I've been slowly grinding away at my Solar Auxilia. Love the heresy content. Yes. We are doing lots of heresy content.
I have Solar Auxilia.
I did my my Thunder Boys, my Custodes proxies. We did that.
Had I had more time to prep, I might have decided I wanted to paint some Solar Auxilia today, just to figure out my color scheme. They're going to be the attached Blood Angel Solar Auxilia.
Lumberjack.
Ball lights or whatever they're called.
I did not clean his brushes, no.
No, he didn't.
I don't do that.
What he did is shoved them in a cup off to the side as if they're meaningless.
Jason,
the treatment is
there's
the
so many brushes in cups on that side of the table. I can't take that.
We are kind of the odd couple, chat.
I have taken on a new approach to life, chat.
What is your new approach to life, Christopher?
Sticking to the old stuff.
What does that mean?
I just was
just making that up.
Making a joke.
Okay. Sticking to the old.
First of all, I won't clean his brushes.
I did rewrite his job description, though. He doesn't know this yet.
Oh, good.
I had Ellie rewrite his job description, and in it says brush cleaning.
I have not seen that copy, and I have not signed off. I could. If you put that in there, I guess I don't have a choice. Jason, I have a serious business question for you.
Do you?
I do.
What is it? What is it, Chris? Don't leave us hanging. Serious business.
No.
Kind of lackluster, chat.
We'll wait.
No, that's not.
It'll be a surprise. No. Hey, we got some big stuff going on this week, Jason.
I need you to ask your question.
Here's the first thing,
though. You're not allowed to do that.
Guess what?
I'm not talking to you for the rest of the stream.
We have a special stream on Friday. We have Dallas from AMG going to be painting Star Wars with Jason. I know I was teasing that last week. For all of you, we have that going on this week, which will be fun. Aren't you so excited, Jason? Look at that smirk on his face. I will tell you what I was legitimately going to ask. Do you really want me to clean your brushes for real? Because you know I would. If Jason came up to me and was like, Chris, as a friend, as a mentor, as a from brother to brother, could you help me clean my brushes? I would probably say yes.
So
isn't that right,
when
Jason?
Do you mentor me?
No, you as my mentor.
Oh, so as your mentor, I would like to demand that you clean my brushes. Is that what you meant?
I'm saying as just you as a respectful man coming to me and saying, Chris, in my time of need, I need help with this thing. Don't you think I would do it?
No, because I've already said stuff like that, and you said I won't do it. As a matter of fact, I think chat could. Chat, could I get some X's up in chat if you've heard him say the exact words, I won't do it?
I won't do it, but if you ask me nicely, I still wouldn't do it.
Glad we got that squared away.
I will.
I don't want you touching my brushes.
That's what that's what I'm saying.
I just want to bitch about it.
I'll clean those brushes. What's Chris doing right now? Oh, he's been here since 2 a.m. cleaning every single brush in those cups off to the left
Okay,
there.
that's just overly dramatic. That's just a child acting out, chat. Like
Jason.
he knows I use 2 brushes.
You do, but if I was in the mode, why not clean the rest?
Well, that's your own doing. You can't blame me for that. You can't say that the reason I don't clean the brushes is because I'll clean them all. Like that doesn't work, does it?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've missed you.
You missed me?
I've missed you.
Give me 15 reasons why.
This pain in the back of my brain. I've just gotten used to it, and without it, I don't know what to do.
You know, I would call your doctor.
I would call my doctor? I should call my doctor? Is that what you're
Help. This weird pain in the back of my ear.
It's an aneurysm.
Oh. Okay. Oh my. That's great.
It's a Chrisurism.
Aneurysm.
It's a Chrisurism.
But would you allow Chris to brush your... No. Papa Chicken, here's what I'll say to you. If Jason's doctor came to me and said, Chris, the only way to get rid of this thing in the back of Jason's head is if it cleaned his brushes, I'd probably clean his brushes. I clean brushes okay. Just okay. Avian, no, I would not do it out of spite.
Why wouldn't the Praetor, the head cheese,
Have gold talons?
gold talons
I don't know why not.
on his lightning claws? Why wouldn't he?
Because they're normally blue?
Gold is completely like one of the most conductive metals.
Oh.
It's also way too soft, so it's gold-plated unobtainium.
Would Chris have to pay less if he started cleaning your brushes? Yeah, there you go.
Pay less?
Yeah.
His monument induction fee, you mean?
Yeah, my membership fee.
Yeah.
I went around to everybody
No, he has
in the
to pay
office.
more to be able to clean the brushes.
I'm like, wait a second.
Chris, just think of all the recognition you'll get if you clean my brushes. We only charge $10 extra a day.
A day?
For that.
Oh my gosh, my financial ruin.
My financial ruin.
$10 a day? Oh.
Well, I mean, maybe you don't get to have lunch anymore.
Wait a minute.
You don't eat lunch anyway, so
I
now you
do.
can spend it on cleaning my brushes.
I do if I'm
If Gabe texts you chicken,
the problem is
he's letting
that
me know
I would like
that's
to
his
go.
way. That's his way of getting to you.
I would like to
What I
go.
do is I text Chris chicken.
Today I would have had some lunch today, but I brought some stuff and I ate some power for some protein bars. I eat lunch. I'm a human. Pre or post tax, Chris?
We went and got fried chicken.
You did?
We went to Gus's fried chicken.
What? You didn't invite me? Oh my goodness.
It was a private meeting.
Potato. A private meeting.
You have one with me on Wednesday.
No, I canceled it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
We don't have time.
I don't have time?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't have time. I'm switching that meeting time.
Oh, you don't have time.
No, we don't have time.
Why?
We the people don't have time.
You're going to lunch with me on Wednesday.
Are we?
It's on my calendar.
Well, I had a reservation at Gus's, so.
Well, I can go to Gus's again.
I love Gus's.
Do you?
Yes. It's really good.
We got in the car and I was like, "What do you want for lunch?" Because we didn't have a meeting planned, but I needed to talk to Gabe.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "What do you want to eat?" He goes, "Chicken." And I go, "Just chicken,
gosh.
just any kind of chicken." And he's like, "Fried chicken would be good." And I was like, "Where the heck are we gonna go to get fried?" I was like, "Lolo's is too far away."
If you guys went to Lolo's without me, I would have rioted. I would have canceled stream.
Rioted?
Yes, I
Like
would have been
actual
so
riot?
upset. I would have been so upset.
Oh my god.
I do like Lolo's. Please don't ever go without me. I'll cancel everything. I will change my ways of lunch denial if you go to Lolo's. Please,
Change
God, no.
Your lunch denial.
Anna says, "Wait, when did Chris become human?" Beep boop. I'm not. Sounds like something Filthy Xenos would say, Christopher. Beep boop. Humans don't have to declare that they're human. T. Schmidt, beep boop, you're fired. And canceled. And banned.
Wow.
Lolo's is life. Yes, I would go if So I just said that here, chat, just to say that, make sure.
Well, Chris, we have a lunch on Wednesday planned.
We do. We should go.
We could go to Lolo's.
Dude. We should actually do that.
You might want to call them and see if we have to get reservations for lunch.
Oh, way ahead of you.
If they do that still.
I keep a ongoing reservation.
Because over here, the only
Lolo's.
one is Central, Lolo's #1, and it's impossible to get into.
Lolo's #1.
It's impossible.
Everything seems to be right in the world when Jason's back at painting this army. You know? Yeah. We had a good time painting with Jordan last week.
Awesome. What all did he do?
We did.
I saw some Stormtrooper stuff.
Yeah, we painted up essentially white armor clones. They're 501 1st Battalion with some freehand. We got a lot done.
I like it. It looked really good.
Yeah. Kind of gearing up this week. Dallas.
More Star Wars.
Yeah.
Boy, how long has it been since we painted Star Wars, chat? Raise your hand. Raise your hand in chat if you remember me painting Star Wars models on stream, because it's been a long time. I think I painted my Legion Rebels, which is what we'll be painting again, is new Legion Rebels.
Yep.
Right? But I think last thing I did was Legion Rebels. I don't think I painted any other Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't... You did, huh? That was BC.
Yep, that was before Chris.
Yeah.
The olden days.
Yeah, but so we're going to be doing that. Same time,
and
same
Dallas
place.
Will be here with us.
Yep. Same time, same place. We primed up some Rebels. I did prime these for you. Well, actually, I didn't. Somebody else did.
Somebody else built them, too.
Somebody else built them and primed them.
Nothing wrong with that.
You painted some Star Wars ships also, says Mo.
A long, long time ago,
Yeah.
Mo. Holy cow, that's even longer than the Legion stuff. I still have those around, too. I only really painted one, I think. If I remember right.
Swifter Bear, Jason and I are Jason and I are going to sit down this week and we're going to figure this out. I would like this journey for my non-metallic metal to be a little bit, I want it to be really good so that you guys get the maximum benefit. So I want to make sure that I have the model ready to go. We'll do some announcements on when we're going to start it. I'm thinking maybe soon.
You know, I have to admit that I think that a really cool way to do this, and this is going to throw your whole idea on its head.
Oh, great.
Is that if we do like a texture trainer instead, so that everybody could join along? Because I think the way that we're going to do the stream would be really great for anybody that wanted to do paint along with us.
Stan mentioned that. The reason I can do that, now that you mentioned it, several people mentioned that.
I think that's a better way to do this.
I said that because there's not as much metal as the figure that I have, that it would be cool to do a full metal, but I could do a texture trainer.
I think you're asking too much of yourself. I think that it would be better...
Jason.
What?
Too much of myself?
Yeah, I think you're asking too much of yourself.
Oh, gosh.
I think you would be better served to focus in on a smaller task
what
to
would
get the ideas down. And then I think if we could do a paint along with chat, and we could do it... And anybody that already has one of the texture trainers, we could pick... I think you could pick which one you wanted to do, but I think that either the warrior or the hunter is going to be the better.
Yes, Stan, I know you did that. Stan, that was all you. Stan has asked for this. I was
probably either the warrior or the hunter, or, I mean, you could do the Kieran. The Kieran is all metal, but you could pick parts of the Kieran.
How about the shoulder pad
of the warrior? Would work great.
That way it's in bite-sized chunks. We can record the whole thing, and I can make it a video.
Right. So
rather than doing all of Earthworm Jim's body.
Yeah. So I think that the shoulder plate here has a bunch of good shapes, also with the elbow plate.
Yeah.
Right, and the arm. So I think that would work great. And then the glove. We just do all the armor bits.
What color am I going to do it, chat? What metal do you want to see? Smog's gold pile. No, we will not be doing that, Grant. I will not be doing that in non-metallic metal.
Good God, dust is real.
We have to have a cleaning day in here, Jason.
That's not happening. Models just get dust on them, dude.
No, Jason, we have to have a cleaning day.
Well, I'm glad you're going to do that. I will not be here.
Jason, you and I, didn't you see my memo?
No. Thank goodness.
He's going to miss me, chat.
What, when you die from dust inhalation?
Yes.
Well, I don't want you to do that, so that's why we're not going to clean stuff.
No, we can clean, Jason. I won't clean
you
the
have a
models.
mouse in your pocket? Because I'm a little confused here.
What? Yes. Maybe we do bronze non-metallic metal.
Well, that could be cool. I think that I would rather do something that a lot of people would run into. So either steel or gold, I think, is the best place to start.
I think. Would you do steel? Let's do steel.
I don't know. Ask chat. What do you want to do? What are you going to do on your Earthworm Jim? Because you probably want to take this and learn from it. So
white metal.
Huh?
White, like how you did your ghost keel.
White metal. Okay.
I'm gonna do my Earthworm Jim in the same color scheme you did your ghost keel in.
Okay, so you're going to just apply like non-metallic shine to it in a way that I did not do.
I think so, right?
Yeah, because mine was more of like a laminated or painted.
Oh, I see what you're...
Like a lacquered metal.
But it still looked metal, right?
Yeah, it looks hard surface. It looks hard surface, but we're going to do reflective surface. Non-metallic metal.
Okay.
Like what most people would think of as, but that's a good point that you make, is that when painting hard surfaces, the bigger thing that you're doing is you're providing contrast along edges.
Yeah.
Right? So there's more to it that can make it look painted versus raw or polished.
Metal. I guess on the Warrior, I'm envisioning hers more of like a raw metal of some kind, right?
Yeah, I think gold will look really good. You've been saying to me that we're teaching you gold non-metallic metal.
This is true.
So if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
We can do that. You heard him, chat. You heard him here.
But I do a lot of gold on the stream, so I do a lot of everything on the stream. So you guys pick. I will teach you whatever.
I'll put a vote out
for it to be something that transfers over to the model you want to do.
I think the concepts will help mainly, right? Because I think the one I'm going to do is going to be the white painted armor. But I could do non-metallic gold on that shoulder pad. That'd be very interesting. Magnum? Oh, blue steel. Oh, I see what you said there. Super duper. Blue steel, so we can see Magnum. No. That's a hard no. Old Gamer NL says, last time you spoke about a new paint set for a limited time. When can we buy / pre-order that set?
No pre-orders. That will be Black Friday. We will launch that.
Keep an eye out.
They're already making it, from everything I understand. While I was gone, they got everything done. Everything's filled. Labels are on, I think.
I think they are.
And
or getting close to...
Set labels and everything are done. Everything's ready to go. Chris is working hard on his end of stuff. But Black Friday, they will go live.
Keep an eye. We have a bustling holiday.
They will only be for sale in markets where we have a direct presence. So unfortunately, that is going to exclude some people. There's nothing we can do about that. We can't make enough to sell them through distribution into the UK or Canada, unfortunately. So it might be a time where we're going to be doing this just for this one time. So it might be a time where you've got to bite the bullet and order from the US site if you're in Canada, or from the EU if you're in the UK. I hate that it is that way, but that's just the only way we can make this work.
Yeah.
But they would be available. Having the EU site makes it easier for the UK to get access to it, even if you have to pay the import fee from the EU.
Rubrio says, at some point in the future, can you show or explain how to paint a more dull non-metallic metal like iron?
Sure. Most assuredly. We do it all the time. It really is all about controlling your highlights.
I guess would you just change your color choice on most of the technique?
Well, so that video that we did where you showed the spoon recently talks about that exactly.
Go watch that video, you guys. That's a lot of tips if you really listen to it, by the way.
So the steel armor on the Warriors I would call more dull. It's not highly polished, but it still reads as metal, right? Then when we get up to like his gold around the shield, and even the steel on his armor is a little bit more polished, but still not reflective like chrome, right? But you can see how the brightness on his armor is much higher than the brightness or lack thereof on the duller steel down below. So this is exactly what I talk about on that video with the spoon, is that you get higher reflection, which means more contrast between your bright spots and your dark spots, and the dark reflections and, you know, specular shine spots and reflections on that. Versus here where you don't have that. You know, you just get like the one bright spot from the light in the room, and then it blends out over a longer distance. It doesn't go from bright to instantaneously dark. It goes bright to your midtones to your darker mids, and then finally your dark tones. So the dull metal is more like your normal way of painting, like I've done on the boots or the leather, right? I just go to a brighter highlight on it. So you kind of already know how to do that. It's just like taking this brown leather and then peaking it up to almost white on certain edges would give it the same feel, right? Because that's all I've done here is just gentle blends, not as much staging between bright and dark, and then take it up to a dull brightness for the highlight. And they get brighter as they go to the top of the stack, duller as they go to the bottom, but this would be dull steel or iron or whatever you want to call it. You can change the color to be whatever you want, more gray for like a pure iron. And then when you do shiny stuff, of course, you're boosting the value and the proximity of bright to dark. So if you want something to be ultra shiny, then you're going to put the brightest color right next to the darker color, right? So here, this steel is way more highly polished than any of the steel on this because it goes brighter, and those bright shiny spots sit right next to darker reflective spots. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's how we do it.
So yeah, I think a shoulder pad would be good.
Versus bright.
I think it'd be a good way to show them.
Cool.
Question, are you letting your face fur grow out and it looks like you're testing a mullet under that hat? Oh my gosh, you're talking about me. Are you in fact serious? Boy in front, party in the back.
I was thinking, mullet, really?
I was like, wait a second.
I know I need to get my hair trimmed, but it's kind of still put together.
I have a pseudo mullet going on. Yes.
Oh, that's right. That UK can't order from the EU. I might change that.
Yeah,
we can ship to the UK. I'll talk with Mally over there, the managing director over our EU site. I know we can ship to the UK, so I might be able to change it before Black Friday. Can you send me a message on chat real quick to do that?
Yep.
Chris? Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Glad you called that out. We can definitely open it up. It's just that the UK has like some fee that is attached to it, but we found out we can definitely ship to the UK. We've done it. We just had to do it manually the last couple times.
Here you go.
But we'll dig in and see about that before Black Friday. Yeah, because if we don't have a shipping solution for you on the EU site, then it reads as all the product being out of stock.
We have a big holiday season coming up, chat. We got lots of fun things coming.
Lots of fun things.
Swifter Bear says, I think the hardest thing for me on non-metallic metal is light placement. Yep. Just something that doesn't come intuitively.
We're going to be walking you through that on this particular guy again. All the stuff that we're doing with this gold, I'll be walking you through. I can spend some time talking about it specifically on this guy as to why I'm choosing this spot. Sometimes I just get so into it and we just kind of move along for speed. But since we're painting this guy, we're back to Blood Angels. Why don't we spend some time on this guy with the gold?
Yeah.
Going through the whys and hows. Right now I'm just base coating, so there's nothing to really talk about. This is just green. The reason for choosing green behind gold is that that's just the color workup that I like on these guys. It makes the gold a little bit cooler. You could use oranges if you wanted warmer, more what I call dookie gold, something that's more like gold plated or brassy.
It's Pop Chicken says, really wish Jason would do a non-metallic demo on stream. He never does that. Hey, Papa Chicken, open those eyeballs.
Papa Chicken, your sarcasm is duly noted.
And you're fired.
And you're fired.
And banned.
Wow. How many times has Papa Chicken gotten fired and banned?
Several. At least several.
Does he just keep coming back like Red Stapler guy?
I don't really ever do that.
Or do you talk to him after stream and say, hey, I really apologize. It's all for fun.
I don't apologize to anybody.
Oh, okay.
I am a hard businessman.
Hey, Chris.
So everybody calm down.
Maybe tone it down just a hair.
Sorry,
there,
I got passionate.
Just a hair there, buddy. These are our friends.
I don't talk to anybody ever anymore.
These are our friends, Christopher.
I live in this room. Why do I want chicken for dinner now? Avian, I don't know.
That'd be my fault, probably.
We were talking about Lolo's. We were talking about Papa Chicken. Rubber chickens come up. Lots of chicken. Gabe says chicken all the time. Makes me feel bad being a friend when I have to say, no, I can't go to lunch right now. And he's like, chicken? Hoopity, hoopity, hoo. Lot of chicken going on right now.
So whereas I never say the thing Chris says I say, Gabe does go hoopity, hoopity, hoo all the damn time. It's really annoying.
I don't think he says that exactly. He just goes, chicken, chicken. How about chicken?
No, he goes chicken, chicken, hoopity, hoopity, hoo.
Facts. Chris has never apologized to me, not once. I demand sushi points as recompensation. Banned, fired, all the above, Pop Chicken.
Pop Chicken, I just want to say I love you. Thank you for all of the effort that you put into stream with us. The horrible jokes. I know that Chris underappreciates you, if any at all, but I appreciate you triple. So you actually still get appreciated by at least 2 people, even with the subtractive blending that happens from Chris's side.
Hey, sorry, I get back to some people, okay? Papa Chicken, though, you're on my my list. No, I love all of you. I was thinking about that this weekend, chat. You guys really are the ocean beneath Monument Hobbies ship. And I know that,
back.
Okay, hear me out.
Except now it's the other
That
side.
does not, this is a serious moment. We love all of you.
You might
all.
have to dial 911. That pain is now on both sides.
I just tried to have a moment with my family and was denied by Jason's sickness.
Speaking of family,
welcome in, everybody.
How is your mom?
She's okay.
Okay.
She is okay.
Okay.
It is a tough recovery process.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate, but she's doing well.
It's the kind that's not making you excited for number 2?
No, and she's got to go back.
For work on this one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately.
Some issues?
No issues. It's just like you have to do something, wait a month, do the next thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then wait more, and then you got to do another. It's just a whole process,
You
man.
told me that. We'll give her my best.
My mom is a very active woman. So she likes gardening. She just likes doing things. She waters the desert, which I give her such a hard time about. There's a wash behind their house, right?
I'll tell her I need her to pull through because she's the reason why you are still allowed around here. So.
She is pulling through. They had a massive hawk on their back patio yesterday.
Oh, really?
It looked like
cool.
Looked like an eagle.
That's cool.
I was like, "What is that?" It was a huge hawk. So, yes, thank you, Stan. I appreciate that. She does too. Free lunch, the Arizona Sea. Yes, you guys are great. We really appreciate you all coming in here and every day and asking the questions and just being a part of our community. 100%. Right? So, yeah. There's my goo goo gaga moment.
It was very touching.
Yeah, I was trying to be. We really do appreciate the community.
And not in your typical inappropriate touching manner, Chris. That was actually heartfelt.
Yeah. I'm a good person every once in a while.
Okay, glad you added that.
Even I can't admit that all the time.
Glad you added that in there.
Get bent, Chris, says Mo.
Mo, always bring us back to reality.
Get bent. Just got home for my first day at my new job, says Sark. Glad to see that I'm still going to be able to streams, and soon I'll be able to afford more paint. Nice. Congratulations on your new job.
Yeah, congrats, and hope day 1 went well.
I painted this weekend.
You did?
I did.
What'd you work on?
I needed to put paint on the model.
What'd you work on?
I reprimed my my Blood Bowl. I reprimed it.
What army? Halflings?
Halflings, and then I bought Shelby's gnomes.
I gotta be. Oh, she's not gonna do them.
Yeah, she's not gonna do them. And I just wanted to paint those armies.
What in the world is wrong with that girl? Is she losing it?
She doesn't want to play Blood Bowl.
Is she just not anxious to paint things?
I don't know. I took the opportunity though, because Blood Bowl season 3 is coming out. I'm excited. I'm excited to play chess with craps at the same time.
I have to admit, I was in the UK and we visited a bunch of stores when I was over there.
Oh,
and a A couple of the stores had Blood Bowl.
Oh,
And I just had to admit how great some of the models are.
that's 100%.
In particular, the halfling models are really dope.
I know. I love them. So I painted them a long time ago, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna repaint these. So I took them off all their bases and started repriming them. Totally redoing all of them.
With your new skills, you're pulling a Baby J.
That's right.
I love it.
I reprimed them with the new dark purple primer.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Even better.
Then I did all the new tree guys. I did everything. We're going for it.
Yeah, I will never paint them. Well, I'd never say never, but it's not high on my list of things to do. But I held the box for a little bit too long, and people around me were like, "Oh, you're gonna pick up some models, eh?"
They're cool.
I'm like, "Nah." I was like, I can't do it. But these are really rad.
They're fun.
Super fun.
I have the star players. I've got obviously all the tree men, and the gnomes just look cool. So I'm gonna paint those too.
Cool.
But
glad you found the motivation, buddy.
I think so. I am in need of somebody printing my Earthworm Jim 3D heads, though. That's what
for
I
your
need.
Space Marines.
For my one.
Oh, you're only doing the one.
Yeah.
You're not like buckling down and doing a whole army.
Of Earthworm Jims?
Yeah. You can do Space Marines to go with your Custodes.
No, there's only one Earthworm Jim, Jason.
Well, so that's not true. There's a whole legion of them.
There's just one Earthworm Jim.
Well, okay, and then there's an Earthworm Tammy
now I have to.
and Earthworm Jake.
I have an idea of
Earthworm Bobby.
No, Jason, no.
Well, yeah, of course there is.
No.
Where
You know
did
what you
Earthworm
could
Jim
help
come
me
from?
do, though?
Where did Earthworm Jim come from?
He's just one Earthworm Jim.
He came from his parents.
Earthworm Jim, the soil he did crawl. Earthworm Jim, my super suit did fall. There you go. That's all you get.
Chris?
Yes, sir.
Where do babies come from? Because there are more earthworms.
I think a giant bird in the sky. Called a stork, Jason.
A pumpkin patch?
The pumpkin patch. that's where they come from. Pumpkin patch. 'Tis the season. Yes, Punisher, great segue. That's why Earthworm Jim is going to be fighting Psycrow, who is going to be a Lord of Change. And I'm going to kit bash Psycrow, take off his wings, and put a dreadnought pack on the back of him.
Oh, does he have like a jetpack or something?
Yeah, he doesn't have wings. He has a jetpack, which is hilarious.
I always ask myself why I'm being so careful painting these circles, because I have to go paint the leather belt around the circles, so I could literally just paint the belt green. Like, what am I doing? Why am I even wasting this time? Why don't I just paint the whole damn thing green?
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I don't have a good answer. I probably shouldn't paint the gold until I paint the brown part, is the reality.
Bearpaw says, enough about non-metallic metal. How about a true metallic question? I'm using Dara Silver and then silver on a silver dragon wormling. Any idea on how to tint it blue? Ooh, you could use like transparents on it.
Yeah, the transparents.
Filter it through like an airbrush? Is that how you do it? To tint it blue?
Yeah, I just add a little bit of transparent blue to the paints, and that's great. Or really water it down and do the transparent blue like a wash over the top. Works great. You could even do the black wash with some transparent blue added into it. If you wanted to add some shading to all of the silver you're doing, then you could do the black wash with some blue in it, and it would do both things simultaneously for you. There's all sorts of ways. Depends on how much blue you want, right? The more blue you want, add it to the paint color itself, right? Would be my suggestion.
What about no airbrush?
I'm not talking about airbrushing.
Oh, Bearpaw. Then I don't know what you're talking about there, Bearpaw.
I'm talking about just mixing colors.
Yeah.
You can do it with a brush, airbrush, whatever you want.
I had mentioned that. Okay.
Oh, no. I wasn't talking about anything airbrush. was talking about just mixing some transparent blue into the various silvers as you go.
Yeah, it's
or filtering over the top when you're done.
Our transparent video that Baby J did that shows you an example. Great, thank you, Stan. I'm gonna send this to you, Bear Paws. I'm sure you've seen this, but yeah, check this video out. That's gonna show you some really cool techniques using the transparents. Stan, I did that. NKH says Jason's feeling on the new Cataphracti. The Terminators, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's the new 30K Terminators.
Always beefy.
How
do I put this lightly?
Yeah. I think they didn't do a very good job of it, actually. I mean, I like them. They're okay, but the waist is so skinny.
The waist is so skinny.
Yeah, from an anatomical standpoint, I think they needed to beef them up a little bit, make it look like their thighs rub together when they walk.
You've said that before.
Chunkier, because they tend to do the skinny jean thing, and it loses the bulkiness that's attributable to Space Marines. It's why this whole army that I'm painting right here is all done out of these 3D printed, heavier duty Space Marines, because this guy, look at his shins, look how thick the shins and thighs are. Like I said, in a weird way, it's like you would assume that it scrapes when he walks because the armor panels rub together.
Yeah.
And they just look bulkier. The chest is super bulky. Everything looks super bulky. And I think they could have done a better job with the Cataphracti to make it feel that way. So they were a little bit chonkier. I like the height. I like the scale of them. I think they did a good job there. There's something that was not looking right to me, and I think I attributed it to that. I think it just feels like they're a little too skinny in the girth. Doesn't match what I would expect.
Gyrota says, can you paint Dante in black non-metallic metal for your upcoming stream? I missed the last one you painted and would love to follow. I don't know if you have a Dante on your list anytime soon.
Well, I painted Dante.
But gold. Not in black.
No, I won't do another Dante.
It's too much.
I'm a rule of cool guy, and it doesn't really... I don't like to paint the same model multiple times, which sounds stupid when you say I love to paint Space Marines because they're all the same model, but you get my drift. I don't know that I would do another Dante. I could do a black non-metallic Space Marine, though. We have a lot of...
That would be cool.
These guys, my... what are these guys called? The Dawn Guard host?
Yeah. Well, you were going to do some in black, weren't you?
Yeah, these guys are all...
Yeah.
Right? So they've all got, black non-metallic for the chest and the backpacks.
I took a fun picture of that guy.
So this whole unit is going to be that way. I'm doing every unit just a little different, right? I've got the Praetorian Guard that I did up kind of like Sanguinary Guard.
Yeah.
But we switched to doing them all red, and then the black shoulders with yellow trim, and then the black band on the backpack. So they've got little bits of black added in on them. And then, of course, the Dawn Guard Sentinels or Host or whatever the hell they're called are black backpack, jump packs, and black chest plates, and then white on the helmets and shoulder guards.
Yeah.
And then just standard veterans. I've got a unit of veterans. It'll be all white helmets, and then just the standard red with gold trim. And then I've got... What other guys have we already done? Have we already done...
You've done a couple.
Well, we've got, like, the regular bros. I haven't really... finished him.
What about your black helmet on your Dreadnought?
Oh yeah, the Dread.
That black helmet came out great.
Black helmet, Dreadnought guy.
This is a great one.
So the normal dudes, I haven't finished a single normal guy, but I've done like they will just have silver trim on the red, as opposed to the gold, to denote my normal assault marines rather than veterans, because all but 20 are veterans, and then 52 are veterans. And then my Dreadnought, I'm using like black helmet, and then more of the steel bits for him, just because Dreadnought and frame and all that stuff. But
yeah,
I've got the jump pack dreads and all that stuff. So again, just having fun with the colors. Basically black, white, red, and gold, and then just interchange, and the steel or silver, however you want to look at it, and then just interchange them unit to unit so that I can kind of come up with combos that, number one, make them look unified in their own squads. And that also just kind of make it to where it's not as boring to look at. I hate when colors and armies tend to get overly boring because the monotony of the use of color and color pattern. I think Space Marines are much more dynamic when you treat them as if they could, have their own unit markings and all that. I understand the idea that, they would be regimented and everything would be the same too. So if that is what gets you going, then there's nothing wrong with that either.
Whatever floats your boat, as the kids say.
Yeah, exactly, as the kids say. But yeah, it's true, right? It's rule of cool. It's whatever you think makes the story work for you is where you should take it.
Martin says, I know your color scheme for the gold, but which one do you use for the steel and silver trim? It looks so clean.
That is all Payne's gray and blue-white. Or white-blue.
Payne's gray and blue-white.
White-blue, sorry. I always say blue.
Oh, white-blue.
Payne's gray and white-blue is the way I'm doing the steel here. That's all that is. Payne's gray, and then add in little bits of white-blue into it. It looks really good against the red.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It just jumps out with a ton of contrast against the red, but it's super simple, 2 colors. It goes very fast once you get the idea of where your reflections go. And zoom in real close on this. You can see that I'm not really spending time on really smooth blends. It's still fairly sketchy and heavy-handed, but at scale it works really well. This is what we call Wish.com non-metallic metal. Goes fast, looks really good, provides good contrast, survives the 3-foot test.
I mean, from there, it's...
Yeah, it gives us really good dynamic coloring. Still, all the shine and everything holds true. So I like it a lot. Now, on some of the steel for, like, the Dreadnought, I used... I think it was all the same. Oh, no. On the steel stuff, like, for the hands on him, that was all blue, black, and pale yellow.
Yeah.
So if I want it to be silver specifically, I do the Payne's gray version. And then on the stuff that's just raw steel looking, mechanical parts, I'm doing the blue, black, and pale yellow with white, blue as a final highlight. So this is different than this. And you'll notice that the Space Marine looks a tad more blue and clean. Whereas this, because of the pale yellow, gives it a little bit of a warmth that attributes dirtiness or a little bit less clean and shiny.
Yeah, Lumberjack, I'm going to do a whole short video on once he's all done with his army. I think that'd be cool. Also, that day that Jason finishes this army,
oh geez,
I say we have a big celebration giveaway, Jason.
Like give the army away?
No. No. We'll just do a giveaway.
Okay. I'm down.
We'll make it a big event. Jason finishes an army.
Oh, geez. ...
Finally.
Finally.
Oh, it'll be a big deal. Pizza party, says Avian. Sure. Everybody is required to go buy themselves a pizza and watch it while we're on stream.
Alexa,
30K weekender. Yeah, Grant.
Order me a pizza. Siri.
Would you like mushrooms on your pizza? That's what my Siri sounds like. Pizza yeah, we'll do a big one. Grant, we'll do a big giveaway. Jason said he's got to finish this month, so.
Wow.
There's no way.
Now I know what a heart attack feels like.
Do we do it before? Do you think you can finish this before the end of the year, Jason?
Wow.
Is that a goal? Is that a goal for you?
What is today? It's November something.
Today is November 10th. It is still early November. If we spent the month, I think
what do I get if I finish before the end of the year?
Well, people get stuff.
Well, I don't get anything?
Nah. Damn. You get a cool thing. A finished army.
That is a gauntlet thrown challenge right
there. Do
there.
you think you could, and I say this politely, without rushing the process that you want to do these with?
As long as I get enough time outside of work to work on the redundant stuff, I think
it's up to you. I don't. It's up to you. If you're like,
I love the idea. It doesn't feel like a lot of pressure.
Bring in the new year with a finalized army.
We could do like a New Year's stream right at the end of the year to really put the final touches on it.
Could you do it? That's the question.
Wow, I hate committing to these things because then life and business get in the way, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy because I didn't do it, and everybody laughs at me. But it
First of all,
it sounds really fun.
Nobody's going to think you're the bad guy ever. Let me just rephrase that. If you can, great. If you can't, we'll all be sad and depressed.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
And I
don't like promoting sadness and depression.
No, we won't. I'm kidding. Stan says Jason utilizes the hobby hang room for. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll figure it out. New Year stream to start a new army. I don't think Jason's gonna start a new army in the new year if he balls to the walls finish this.
We still have a bunch of armies I have to complete, but
do
we
have
won't
a
be
lot
doing
of
any more army focuses on the stream for a while. This is eating up a tremendous amount of time, which I'm having a blast with, but I don't think I would want to pick another army to paint with you guys.
We've got so many fun things coming, but the hopefully, and I know you all have because a lot of you have been mentioning it. I think a lot of people are getting a lot of value out of this because you're not painting an army quickly, and that's not a bad thing, right? You're painting an army up, right? I would say this is a whatever term that parade ready, or it's definitely.
I'm doing them at non-messy. I'm doing the shiny instead of the grim dark.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like everything moving in trends, and I think there's a lot of value to having models that still have a lot of really good contrast and don't fall away into just muddy visions of ultimate dirty combat. And there's a lot of that right now, and not that it's bad, but we get a lot of Trench Crusade and it's all muddy and dirty and
there's
grimy.
a lot of grim dark out there.
There's a ton of grim dark going on right now, so I'm having a lot of fun painting these to the opposite, where we're treating them as bright and well cared for, even though they do still have a brutish look to them. I'm not trying to have them be drugged through mud.
Watt says, "That's my secret, Cap. I'm always sad and depressed."
Yep. There you go.
No. Nas says, "Just wanted to thank Jason for his brush video. Got some brushes the other day and definitely had to prune some brush hairs that were a little wonky before using. Very useful video." Nice.
Awesome. That's an old video.
Jarda says, "For your non-metallic metal on larger areas, I tried to replicate your techniques on models like Sanguinary Guard or Dante, but the layers look a little chalky. How do I smoothen the transitions? Do I glaze between the highlights with a 1-to-1 of the previous and the current highlight color at each step? ?
You definitely could. I'd be more concerned with what you did to get the chalkiness so that you don't run into that constantly. It typically means you're painting too thin. I think I would be, going in and saying, okay, how can I make sure that as I'm doing each layer, I'm not over thinning it? Because you can, whether you're trying to glaze the colors or whether you consider it a glaze, thinning it down would create a chalkiness to the finish that might be working against you. And so I would say, yes, you can fix that by going and glazing the previous color over the top, or the next color if you want to, depending on if you're trying to go brighter or not, to try to smooth it all back down. The colors like pale yellow or bright pale yellow will tend to get chalky if you build them up too much. So be careful with that. Make sure that you try to do as few coats as possible to get those colors to read on the model for that last bright spot. I find that it's easier to go through and do one layer of bright color and then come back and maybe glaze a little bit more of the bright color on if you need to, rather than like trying to layer it on in a bunch of spots over and over and over again. Good God, that thin little...
That's a very, it's a thin boy.
Yeah, that thin little nonsense on there. Can I get some focus?
Yeah, look at that.
Still seems out of focus to me. Does it look out of focus to you?
Mm-mm. I just zoomed in a little bit, so I had to change it there. But if I zoom back out, there you go.
Try to tighten the focus up a little bit for me, just to...
Let me redo this. There you go.
Okay.
Does it not seem like it to you?
No, but it may just be because so much is airbrushed. Airbrushed looks so much out of
does.
focus, and I'm still trying to fight the airbrushing base coat. So
let me zoom. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. Bought my first ever Commander deck today, says Hoosier.
Awesome.
You did? We don't play Commander here.
We don't very often.
We do play Commander every once in a while on a blue moon.
We played some at Nova.
Yeah, we played.
I think was the last time we played.
That was the last time. I get a hankering every once in a while.
I love it, but we stopped doing our Friday nights around here. Bunch of freaking party poopers.
Well,
Everybody's
we
got things going on. So we used to do like Friday nights and stuff, but we've had everybody in different buildings now for almost a year.
It's tough.
So it becomes tougher and tougher and tougher to get everybody together. I'm going to be moving my office most likely over to the new building here pretty soon.
When are you doing that, Jason?
I don't know. I want to this week.
I'm surprised you haven't asked me.
I want to get over there this week. I don't know what that means as far as actually getting everything moved. I don't know if I can actually, in between my schedule, make all this happen. It's so hard. My days are so full of stuff already. Like I have a meeting right after stream today.
Today?
Yeah. It's my first day back, so I expected to not get a lot of free time.
The studio's not moving, Lumberjack.
Not currently.
Not currently.
We are attempting to sell this building. If you'd like to buy Monument HQ for the historic value,
we can put
we could sell it to you.
This studio anywhere. I just need a corner. Hypothetically. Or do I? Jason's actually a mile away from me. That's the technology right there.
We definitely are still attempting to sell the building we're in. The sooner that happens, then we will be moving the studio. And we haven't really got a good feel for what that means yet, but it will happen eventually.
Eventually. Lumberjack says, my new apartment is going to have a spare room. I don't think we're going to do the studio in your spare room, Lumberjack. I appreciate the offer, though.
I think we do him with a gold helmet.
Oh,
the more I look at this,
a full gold helmet. Huh?
Yeah, we did full gold helmets on the Praetorian Guard, and since he's the Praetor, I think that makes sense. So I'm just going for it. Caution to the wind, baby.
Did you say caution to the wind?
Caution to the wind.
Ox says, growing your business so big that you can justify being in a separate building from Chris is such a Chad move.
That was the whole reason we're doing this. It's like when we do our budgeting for the year, it's like, okay, look, here's the deal. I need growth of X amount so that I don't have to sit anywhere near Chris next year.
That's true.
That's not true at all. I'm going to miss you not being in the same building with me. But it's important. The rest of the squad hasn't been around me as much as a lot of them had in the past, so I'm making it a point to office out of the other building until lunch every day is my goal. And then I'll come over here at lunch to do meetings with this squad and then the stream. That's my plan.
When is that going to happen?
Well,
let's get it going.
Jeez.
You heard me. I got to put my hard hat on. My hard butt hat. Well,
let's see. I've been home for exactly 3 days, I think, since they moved in over there. So
that's a long time.
I'm still on a pretty good speed.
72 hours. What were you doing?
What was I doing? Why am I not over there? Are you trying to get rid of me?
I mean,
wow,
Jason, I would like to inform you that we've spent 128 hours together just in Q3 of our lives. So I don't think you will
every
have
time they show me the numbers of how long we've streamed this year.
That was in Q3. Don't even get me going on the rest of the year.
This year, chat, is the first year that is this the first year that you and I have done the stream together the whole year?
Yes. We've almost grown 10,000 subscribers since
Isn't that great?
The new formats. We've grown exponentially over on YouTube. We're doing a lot of growing.
Yeah, I got to say, chat, you guys have been killing it this year. I am completely blown away by the outpouring of support for the channel. And all the stuff that we do. Watching paint dry with us is awesome. Mucho apreciado. Those probably aren't even real words.
Mucho apreciado, he says.
Yeah, it's probably not even real words, but we get away with it.
We understand.
We understand.
They understand me, so you're good.
Oh, that's not something to be proud of, chat.
What do you mean?
Oh, what?
Take that back, you.
What did I say? I'm sorry,
chat,
Chris.
See
what
what I
did I do?
put up with? I got people making fun of me.
No, you don't get to use my lines.
You see what I put up with, chat?
You don't get to use my lines.
I have to put up with this every
That's
day.
gonna be badass
The
with
lambasting.
That's going to be badass with the gold. And then I think I'll do the laurel on his head in like green or something.
Oh, a green laurel?
Yeah.
What does that signify, a green laurel?
I have no idea.
Is it... Because they're normally... Well, I've seen gold and green, but green would be cool.
If his helmet's gold, I don't know that I want to do the wreath in gold, though.
Monday says, honestly, you all have been the only streamers that I've been able to enjoy for more than one live. Nice.
You know, that means a lot. It really does.
We do.
Because we don't know why.
Jason, no, we know. We give beautiful painting education and knowledge. I've got this thing that keeps us on track in case we get too
I blame Chris. I think everybody comes here for you.
I don't think
they care about me.
80-20. 20% goofy, 80% masterclass. There you go. Right. That's Monument Hobbies in a nutshell. This is my favorite format. I just wish Jen was there in place of Chris. She's much more attentive to questions. Hey, Lumberjack, I answer your questions?
Damn.
I'm so sorry I can't answer every, why'd you shave, Chris? Or, did you read that right, Chris? I got to defend myself. Yes, Jen does answer lots of questions. Sometimes I have to, I can't get derailed, chat. I got to keep us on track. We can have Jen back. I'm gone. This is it.
No, I won't allow it.
Get ready. You're going to miss me when I'm gone, chat. You miss me when I'm gone.
All right, I'm going to do something here, and I'm going to call it out so that you guys call me out when I miss it later. I'm going to paint this elbow gold. Right? Because it has the same kind of detail that the right knee does that I painted gold. I'm going to do this gold, and I need for you, chat, to help me alert when we go through to the next step of color, and I just completely forget this exists, okay?
I did miss one of Mo's questions. Mo is asking what a commander deck is. A commander deck is when you command your deck to do something.
No.
Stan, question. Can you even read? Stan, you are actually banned. Boop. Panic Bomb says, serious business question. How do I paint? Panic Bomb, that's a great question, actually. I know you're joking, but how does one paint? I'll answer that question.
Chris knows. You put paint on the brush. You touch the brush to the model.
Right. There you go.
Bazinga.
Put paint on the model. There you go.
Bazinga.
You've painted.
Dunzo.
Gerarda says, I'll be honest, I just saw your first stream on YouTube last week. I'm impressed by Jason's work, but Chris, you make the stream fun and interesting. Hey, that's why it's 80-20. We have Jason, it's beautiful artwork.
I don't know how to take that.
And me bugging the crap out of him.
Let's back up a minute.
No, let's relish in this moment.
Are we saying, is what I'm hearing, that...
Wait, hold.
That I am not fun?
Who?
Is that what just got said?
No. Let me bring the teleprompter up. You're great. You're fun. You're exciting. You're great. You're fired. Oh, those are all the things that Jason says to me. Oh, no. Jason, you're a fun man. Has anybody ever told you that? Lumberjack really spelled out fired. You can't fire me, Lumberjack. I'm here for a long time. Not a good time.
Not a good time.
Jason missed a very important step to Chris's painting. Add a touch of bronze. Thank you, Stan. You're back. I know I just banned you, but you just got reinstated.
You see how they play you, Chris?
Dude, come on now.
That's being played.
I'm just excited.
You've been played.
Jason, you're fun. What are you talking about, man?
You've been played.
Come on, dude. You're good. Jason's a good man. Jason does do impressive work.
I quit.
You know, I will say this, and I'm going to just be bold with this. You ready for this? I am very impressed how Jason paints his models and keeps so straight on the camera. And I'm actually like, it's just you've been painting on stream for so long
10 years.
that you've just this is a
Nine and a half.
it's an
years.
incredible way to paint and actually be able to show people how to do this. There's so many different ways to film your models, but
It's so funny because we
I watch
released the Space Marine video. We always have to answer questions about why we have such bad camera placement, because I dry brush so much in that video, and dry brushing always puts my hand right in the way.
well, I was thinking about that. Maybe we should get another camera, Jason.
Oh, here we go. Spend all the money. Okay.
We could do another top on the other side. No, but that's just dry brushing. We get it. That's true.
I'm down for making it whatever it needs to be, Chris.
Okay.
You tell me.
All right, let's look it up, chat. I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to post my B&H wish list. Here we go. Starting with a Sony Burano.
What? How did we get here from there?
No, what Jason and I are going to do, we're going to buy an old Ari Alexa Mini with 2,500 hours on it.
No, we're not.
1080p.
We're not doing that either.
Old PL mounts. That's what we're going to do.
No, we're not doing that either.
We're going to go to Goodwill. Chat, I'm going to do one camera nerd thing. You're going to have to bear with me on this one. I love going to Goodwill or a thrift store and finding an old camera lens and putting it on modern cameras. It's so fun. It's such a unique thing. You get a really cool look.
Well, like on a Micro Four Thirds with
actually, most of that old glass covers full frame. People don't realize that.
Oh, really?
Because there's so much glass in those old lenses that they're just designed that way. All the new stuff is all smaller elements in the back.
But don't you have to have an adapter?
You do have to adapt
That's what I meant. Yeah,
yes.
you take the old glass and put it on a Micro Four Thirds mount, but you still have to have the adapter, right?
Yes, you got to find. And they're relatively cheap, like some of those old 70s ones.
And that's a lot of glass. Like, they're heavy bastards.
They are. Even the small ones, they're just metal. They're metal and glass. That's it. That's it. God bless America. Have a nice day.
They work a lot better.
They are. They're just chunky. Mo says, you might want to DM Fuse. Chris will never get that question answers. What are you talking? No. What are you talking about? Lumberjack, you're banned.
What do you do now?
You're banned. Everybody's banned.
Everybody?
Everybody's banned.
There have been some really nice people today, Chris.
Yeah, okay. All right. Could you show the entire wall behind Jason? What do you mean? The behind Jason? That's the wall. That's it. That's all that's behind him.
It's a wood panel from floor to ceiling here.
And then over here on the side that you can't see, solid gold. This whole room is 24 karat gold.
Oh, wait, over here?
It's 24
and here's
karat.
a bunch of shelves with models on it. And junk down here. All my Blood Angels bits. A bag. There's a Go Bag Mini. There's all of my magic cards that I draw on when I don't have a model to paint to show you what's going on. There's the Crown of Doom.
That's one way to put it. Don't do it. Gandalf. 1 second.
It's the Crown of Doom.
Put it on me, Lord. That's wild. And that's because I'm going to bribe Chris with Blood Bowl. Hey, whoa, don't tempt me with a good time. Are you in the White House? We are the White House. We make all of the we only make all the decisions in here. President's right down the room. In the other room. This is the White House.
We keep him shut up until we need a good laugh.
We stream from the White House. That's it. Surprise.
How great would that be?
Is the
we need a president that respects mini painting.
Is the illusion
and
gone?
Invites us out and gives us a president, merit of honor kind of a thing for all of the community interaction that we've done over the years. And then we do a painting session at the White House where we have like all of these people come together and learn how to paint minis, and then they go, "Oh, this is so great."
We should all do this
peace,
together.
Love, and happiness to the world because they realize that, they don't have to be so pent up with aggression all the time.
That's right.
Stop calling each other names and paint minis.
Stay by your side, baby. Don't say goodbye. That's forever.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Speaking of amazing.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh my gosh, it's 3:30 already.
What?
What?
Not possible.
Jason's been a long time.
Well, and there's been a lot of time shenanigans from my perspective. I was gone when all the daylight savings time happened, so it really screwed with me even more.
And I made that very clear to everybody.
Now for our U.S. gang, we start an hour earlier.
We don't change here.
Yesterday, I was like, hey, Jen, when I was gone, did daylight savings time happen? She goes, we don't do that here. I was like, no, but the rest of the world?
Who cares?
Yeah, she literally takes that standpoint. She's like, I don't care, whatever.
Bud says Jason does deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wouldn't it be great?
Jason,
you know what? I would accept that.
Jason.
What?
Let's sign you up for a TED Talk, The Joy of Painting. We could do that,
I feel like TED Talks have lost all their value now that everybody can just buy one.
Hey, let's buy one. Let's buy one for the mini painting world. We did this for you, chat.
Those things used to be like important.
They used to be.
Now anybody can get up there and do whatever they want.
I have seen.
It's lost a lot of its flair.
Well, TEDx or whatever it's called. There's like I don't want to say a dumbed down version, but there's just a more common one.
Yeah.
But we'll do the
I get
real
it. It's
TED.
a neat platform for people to talk on, but no.
It used to be it used to be a lot more.
There were some mini painters that tried to do some of the bigger. What was it?
Oh, really?
Not TED Talks, but like the bigger master class type things.
Oh, yes.
Some painters, I think it might have been Angel Heraldez, maybe I don't want to put names to it because if I'm wrong, I don't want to make it seem like people did it and failed. But it didn't work, right? Because that crowd that's there hunting for that is not really the mini painting crowd.
Yeah.
The costs are really high. It doesn't really fit the dynamic for what people are going there for.
Ooh, Tech Elf, 17 months. Thank you so much.
What's going on, Tech? Howdy.
Beef Berkey says, question on the expert acrylics. Are they available in Australia?
They are available for order to distributors. If not right now, they will be very soon. They've been so hot, we've been having a hard time keeping them in stock, so distributors have not had them as an offering yet, but retailers do. The Combat Company down there orders direct from us and can get them. I don't know if you order from them, but they can get them. The distributors at Let's Play who distribute to all of our other retailers down there have not been able to. But I am planning a trip to Australia, and we plan to be going in and helping that region out with being able to get stuff direct from us and all sorts of really cool stuff. So in the near future, I hope to have really good news for all y'all.
Yeah. The AUS, that's
a lot of gold on this guy.
AUS, that's the abbreviation for Australia, right?
No, it's the abbreviation for turpentine. It's the chemical bonding derivation for turpentine.
Oh.
I don't know who lives there, but yeah.
Oh, well, I think that was... Oh, wait, son of a...
Yes, it's Australia.
Look at me being genuine.
And me not.
And he buried me alive publicly.
And me not.
In front of 150 people.
And me
Hey,
not.
Speaking of 150 people, if you have questions about anything painting, that is why we do this stream. Please send a question. If I've missed your questions, be sure to tag at Monument Hobbies so that Lumberjack Tim doesn't yell at me. And
speak up.
I see your question. And I'm going to go looking over here to this monitor and see your questions.
Yeah, please. If you're new around here, one of the things we talk about a lot is that while I might be focused on a particular thing during the course of the stream, this is never the focus of the stream.
Yep.
So always feel free to ask questions. If you've got something you're running up against in the painting world, struggling, something that you really have seen out there that you think is really neat but don't know what to do in order to achieve it, feel free to ask questions. There is no question too small for us to pay attention to here. Yep. And painters of all shapes and sizes are encouraged to ask. We're here to make sure that anything that you are finding as a hurdle on your painting journey, we can kind of alleviate the stress or the questions about and get you further down the road at doing fun stuff.
The Lord and Xavier says, also serious question, any brush updates for EU? I'm liking the synthetics and want to get my hands on some Pro Sable.
Oh, soon. I don't have a good timing for you. It requires, we're doing this with all of our regional offices right now, is having to figure out what the timing can be and shipping direct from vendors. We're making brushes in the US now. So my hope and what all of it should come together as is the ability for us to do the production for the U.S. market here out of HQ. Finally, we've been saying that for a year and a half or 2 years now. And then it alleviates our German brush making factory to be able to do all of the manufacturing for rest of world. We'll handle North America here, and then everybody else will get quicker turnaround for brushes. So that's not 100% right now, but that's the goal. So here soon, I think we ought to be able to do that. I've got tens of thousands of brushes to make here for the U.S. And as soon as the guys tell me that, it's all working, they were down to last week when I was gone, getting the printer dialed in, and I have not had anybody tell me that it works, so I'm worried about that, but maybe they're watching the stream and they'll get their butts in the gear and let me know what's going on. But yeah, we were supposed to test that last week and get us to a position where we know if we can turn out finalized brushes. The brush that I'm using is a US-made brush, right? So all of the US-made brushes, all of our red handle brushes are our sables. We will only be dipping them in the tail, and we've gone with a darker red for the US, and then all of the print will be on the raw wood, but it's all lacquered and clear coated and glossed and very good. I've been running them through their paces. We've had all of the varnish hold up really well. They just have to get the printer dialed in so that it prints the Monument logo and everything on the wood. So once we do that, then the brush you see me using will be available in the US, and then the rest of the world will continue to receive the brushes that we've been using for a long time.
Rattle Can, that is a short to the Rusty Metal video. I think that's the one you're talking about. Monday says, I tried to compliment Chris on his pink plaid tutorial, and he was over here talking about cameras. You know what, Monday? I hear you. Thank you. My pink plaid tutorial was a travesty and an abomination.
But I heard that Jordan picked up and ran with it.
And then Jordan did it for real. Yep. And a lot of you keep watching that stream. So we did something right that day. The world didn't want it, but we did it. It was raining very heavily.
Was yelling at you for it. What do you mean the world didn't want it?
No, it was raining that day. It was a harsh rain. Lumberjack says, I still have a working bomb wick.
Awesome.
I have a couple of those too.
There's a lot in this jar over here. We could open this jar to the public and they could get access to.
We have a lot of those in that jar. We got to clean those brushes.
Access to a lot of ancient history
Jason,
in these cups over here.
I think I'm going to do something for you. I think I'm going to clean your brushes.
Oh, here we go.
How does that sound?
No, don't touch my brushes.
I'm going to do that, and you're going to like it.
Okay.
Isn't there are there blocks in place on Quincy Sable hair?
Nah.
Like each shipment needs a load of stuff?
No, I mean, when you have all of the paperwork and licenses in place, then no, there's no problem with it at all. It's just that you hear all these people who do not, right? So there are a lot of people. I think Squidmar was one of the last that made a clickbait video that said, that the U.S. government's trying to shut his business down. And I'm like, no, you just need to make better business decisions, right? You need to get all your licensing in place. Running a business requires you to have stuff like that. Now, it's unfortunate that the U.S. and I believe Canada a long time ago through the CITES stuff labeled the Mustela kalensk or Mustela siberica, the Siberian weasel, as a protected species, and it isn't. And they haven't ever been able, nobody's been able to lobby to get that overturned because nobody cares. There's no other industry that cares about it.
Help us.
And so it creates headaches from the standpoint that now we have to go get certified with Fish and Wildlife and up that certification every year and prove what we're doing. And then you have to go through and make sure that all of your supply chain is documented. That's the hard part that people won't do. That's why, like, Rosemary doesn't do it. I don't think Winsor & Newton does, but they still get their brushes over here. I'm not sure how that happens, but I could be wrong there. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. But you have to have the entire supply chain be called out so that they know where the animal products came from, who touched them along the way, and that it was all done above board. And most countries just don't want to deal with that because the U.S. is the only place that makes them do it. So when you talk to sable manufacturers, they can just sell all their sable to China, and China doesn't ask any questions. You've got all these brush makers in China that make automated crap brushes, but they will buy the same filaments that everybody else does in bulk with no questions asked. So a lot of the sable gets transported to China. I mean, you're talking about the region of the world that is half China, half Russia. So it starts there. And so they keep most of it in China nowadays. Rublev is in Russia, so they probably have really good access to great sable first off the truck kind of stuff. Layers you're painting are just too thick because I'm not patient enough to build up super thin layers one by one. Is there a sweet spot for that? And is there a good way to measure if I'm going too thick before it dries, or should I just become more patient? Watch our Just Do This video. Link that for him, Chris.
Yep.
When I hear you say your layers are too thick because you're not patient enough to build up super thin layers one by one, you don't ever have to do that. I have exactly the thing that you need to do. It's the way I paint everything. When you do a base layer like what you've seen me do here, right, it's just out of the bottle, no thinning. I just use a glass palette, so I don't use a wet palette or anything. But it's just the paint out of the bottle and put it on. If you're using a paint like ours, like Pro Acryl, it's thin enough that it doesn't build up texture when you just use it out of the bottle with a damp brush. If you're using a heavier paint, like just about all the other hobby paints out there, you might need to thin them a little bit on your palette first before you apply them to get the same effect. But base coat in one coat, typically. Some colors are going to be less opaque than others. So if you're base coating like a yellow over black, you're going to have to build up multiple coats. But typically start with a darker color. That'll help you a lot. So you'll notice that the way we paint around here is we build up from a dark base, usually like a black primer, and then you can see how my shadows on these guys are Payne's gray and dark plum. So I'm building up over darker colors so that my brighter colors never have to cover up too much contrast. And that helps a lot to help you from having to build up a ton of layers. And then as you go through, when I'm going over with my next color, which will be one of the yellows, right, to build up the gold, which is actually the next color is orange yellow, right? And so when I go in with the orange yellow, what I will do is the first layer will be thinner, not ultra thin, but it'll be thinner, meaning I don't need it to instantly cover the green. I need it to kind of blend with the green for my first layer. Then I'll do a second layer of the orange yellow, and the second layer will be more opaque. It'll be the BAM layer, the one that puts the color on the model the way you want it. And now you have that thin layer in between that helps blend with the base of green, and then a more opaque layer that gives you that full blend. And you'll see it in action as we go through and do this. I'll do some of it right now before we quit the stream. And then you treat every subsequent layer the same way. So when you go with the next brighter color, you do the first layer fairly thin and the second layer opaque, or as close to opaque as you need it to be. So in a perfect world, once you get used to it, you can do every layer in two swipes of the color. One of them thin, one of them not so thin. I hate using the word thick, right? Because thin feels like the opposite is thick. So you have to be careful. We thin for opacity and we thin for viscosity with paint. So, and it happens together. So like if you add water to a paint, you're thinning both opacity because more water makes the color more see-through, and more water also makes the paint feel more like water, which is lowering its viscosity because water is a low viscosity. It's not the lowest viscosity, I forget. Maybe mercury is the lowest viscosity. I don't remember. But you get to where you've got low viscosity like water, high viscosity like oil, right? And so a lot of paints are thicker, meaning higher viscosity, and so you might need to thin them so that they flow better, but be careful as you do that because you're also lowering opacity naturally as you do so. So you have to find that happy medium so it's see-through enough and isn't so thick that it leaves texture, right? Why are your washes so good out of the bottle? You can slap it on wicks and pools and leave it, no coffee stain. You just do that with others, man, and it looks so bad because we know how to make paint. That's my tongue-in-cheek slap at everybody else out there. We just pay attention. We're painters. You know, I can paint at every level. So at a very high level, I always want to have every product work with me at any level I choose to paint, personally. That's just a greedy thing I do, right? It's my own. I want every tool we make to work for me, no matter what I want to do with it. I don't want to make a paint that only works if I'm doing, you know, sloppy painting. I want it to work to be sloppy. I want it to work to be refined. I want it to airbrush. I want it to come off the brush well. And so when I was making washes are a product I don't use a whole lot. And so it was one of the ones kind of like these contrast paints we're working on. It has to work in a better way for me so that I can use use it like a filter, like a glaze. I can paint it right where I want it and it works great. Or I can put it all over the model. And so we started from there. It just is that I have a more stringent application qualification for products sometimes. And I think that's kind of what happens is it will start backwards. We won't go with here's how you make a wash and then put colors on it. We'll say, how do you make a wash better? And we'll start, and we mess up a lot. Like those washes took a lot of tries. And they didn't work as great through the first iterations of them. And I wouldn't release them, right? And so it really just got to the point where I was like, oh, you know, this now works. I will use this on lots of models. Really, it was the glaze and wash medium that hit first. It came out before the washes did. And that was the one where we knew we could add any color to it and get a really great wash out of it. And then the colored washes came after that, if I remember correctly. Whenever I paint, I feel like the paint on my palette dries out super fast. Should I get a humidifier? Or am I just working too slow? Put out less paint. I don't like saying you work too slow. I think you work slower than the amount of paint you have on your palette. Sometimes we put out a lot. You know, if you zoom in on the palette, you can see that for me painting with the yellow and the green, I've put green out on the palette 3 times in this spot while we've been painting just this little bit on the model, right? So I haven't painted a whole lot of green, but I put green out here 3 times because as you spread it thin, it will dry out. So this is what I would call 2 drops of yellow. And then the wipe of the top, because, you know, on our tops, when you close it, you get a little bit of paint. So I always wipe that little bit of paint off. So it's like 2 drops and the wipe of paint. And that'll take me long enough. It may not be enough paint for what I'm doing. If I'm painting like a whole squad of Imperial Fists, that's obviously not enough paint, but that's a perfect amount of paint to use before it all dries up. And then I just put more out. So it becomes just make your process less paint, and then when you use it up, put more paint out, right? It's really that simple. Don't worry about painting too slow. If you try to speed your painting up to keep your paint from drying out, that'll cause you all sorts of problems. Okay, so a little bit of dampness on my brush so that now my yellow, as I come over here.
Oh, sorry.
You'll see that my yellow is going to cover the green pretty well, but it still lets the green show through. See that?
Uh-huh.
And that'll be my first layer. So as I go over the top, this is where I start defining my kind of lighting direction. I'll put more of the yellow over in the direction where I feel like my light wants to come from. And just like on my finger, it will look like it's more opaque than it really is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just kind of smack it around. I'm not being very particular with it. And I'll leave less on the side where I want my darker reflections to be.
And this is essentially kind of all about light placement right now. This is where you start it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I start thinking 10 or 2 here, right? And so in this case, I'm thinking 2. So I want gold over on this side that would normally be in shadow, but it means it just won't have much of the highlight. And then on these, I'm doing the top and the right side up towards our 2 o'clock, right? And so you'll notice that it'll be a grungy looking layer because it's more see-through. And so depending on what color you're putting over what other color, this might really look horrible, right? The yellow, this warm yellow, orange yellow over green is going to look pretty crappy when you first put it on there. It's messy. Zoom in real close.
Yeah.
Like it's god awful. It just doesn't look good at all. But that's not the point, right? Your first coat isn't to make it look great. Your first coat is to locate your color. Okay?
Yeah.
So again, come back with another thin layer and just keep doing the same thing. My 2 o'clock lighting means that it's coming off of his left shoulder. That's my pretty typical style. I'm left-handed, so I tend to choose to paint the left side of models brighter, but a lot of it's dictated by the sculpt. Where is the sculpt looking? Where do I feel like I have the more open spot of armor where I can put more detailing on? So I'll choose it model by model.
Can you talk a little bit more about this light placement in particular?
Yeah, my light's coming off of his left shoulder like this. Okay, so I'm just going to start very basic, right, with my color on this side. Now, understanding that there'll be a shadow from this shoulder on this gorget that I'm painting. There'll be a shadow from his head on this side, right? So I'll build up more color if I'm paying attention to it, like right here in the middle before the shadow hits anywhere, right? So I've got yellow across the whole thing, but I can start placing my shadow here from the shoulder and here from the head. But again, no blending, no real worry about it. Yeah. And it's messy. Don't worry about it being messy. I don't want to build up texture. So when I say messy, it's more that it's see-through and looks messy. It's not messy from a standpoint of, oh my God, I can, there's going to be brush strokes that you'll read through the next layer, right? I don't want you to get the wrong impression of what I'm doing. I just don't really care about blending or anything. You can see how I'm just kind of sketching this on there, smacking it around, getting some yellow where I want it, just to start giving me that hint of move towards the gold coloring. And then as I go over to this side, I don't want anything to just be green, but I'm going to use less and less of the yellow as I go into my areas that I know will be dark. Like all of this up under here will be pretty dark because it's all covered by the overhang of the gorget. That's all determined on the shape of the model. Okay. They're just really messy.
Yeah. But
Stay in the lines. Stay inside the lines. Don't get don't get it on your red.
You can tell where the light is coming from, though. Like you can start to get a general sense.
You can start to, and really, this is for me more than for the way it looks on the model. A lot of times, I'll do pile up a little bit of brightness there, so I just give myself the idea that okay, the light's coming from. You can tell when looking at the gorget, the light's coming from here.
Yeah.
Right, as opposed to over here where it's darker. So I'll do things like that. But most times, this first color. Now, this is pretty fast, non-metallic gold. I'm not using a ton of layers on it. You could go through this with a yellow-green layer. Since we did dark yellow-green first, you could go through with yellow-green after the top of that and do this. I'm starting with the yellow fairly thin, so it kind of does that double duty for me. I just want to make sure that I get yellow on everything, even if it's just light like this over on the shadow side, right? Because this side will be in shadow, so I don't want it to be bright yellow over there. But I don't want it to just be the green. It creates a weird contrast of color if we just have the base layer by itself, because the gold isn't supposed to be green. The green is just a cool kind of tarnished, weathered feel for the gold. It's a neat shadow color for that. If you choose to use orange or purple, same thing. Right?
Call me Molson. Is there a point when using too many colors to build up from dark shades to highlights may end up unwanted texture anyways?
Yeah. Yep. You don't want to do too many layers. Nice, loose, thin layers like this will go a long way towards getting your color buildup done. What it's really doing is creating a blended color. You can see on the face of this knee with the skull, what looks like really splotchy coloring has created a very good blend of the dark yellow, green, and the yellow. And then the yellow's piling into the recesses, but that's where the shine will be on this one. So kind of almost like a reverse wash, right? And then we just keep going. Yellow on its own is already a fairly see-through color. So the only thing you got to be careful with in doing this kind of a combo is that you don't over-thin it. Otherwise, you wind up having to do 2 layers to get the effect you're looking for. It'll be the next pass where we really start to build up our vibrancy for the highlight and all that. Like I said, this first one is just how I layer. And this doesn't have to be just for non-metallic. This is everything I do, layers like this. Maybe not quite this thin, right? Because I'm trying to get that blend going in fewer steps with this yellow over the green. We're doing a pretty bright color over a fairly dark color here. So if you do it thin first, it allows you to get that in-between color going. And once you get used to the fact that, okay, that can be messy, then you'll figure out how much it really does for you.
Nice.
And again, painting like this is kind of liberating because you don't have to worry about a whole lot. If it is a little sloppy, it shouldn't it shouldn't bother you and stress you out. It's the next layer where I have to start paying better attention and need to start paying attention to it not getting away from me. If you watch the channel for long, you'll realize that I really love being able to paint in a way that lets me be loose. There's a hair or something right here. I don't know what it is. Did I get it? I got it. Look at that. Because it goes faster, it's less stressful. That's the reality, right? We've all been in the position where, you're trying to dot the I on the eyeball. It's a big stressor, right? It's tough because you got to get it just right. And so as many of those as you can delete from your process as possible will make your painting a lot more fun. And so being able to be a little looser by saying, okay, this first thin layer doesn't have to be real exact. It needs to be placed where I want it to go, but it doesn't have to look fantastic. Can you zoom in a little closer?
Yeah. Jason.
Sir.
It's about that time.
What?
It is 4 p.m.
Holy,
Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, and I can't go long because I have a meeting.
Right.
Rats. All right.
I had to keep you accountable
kind of get it.
Today.
We'll pick up on Wednesday, unfortunately. I'm not here tomorrow.
Yep.
It's like I come back in town and then I'm immediately off stream again. So you can see, I just want to show you real quick. We have this first layer pop in real close.
Yeah.
This first layer is dry now. See how splotchy it is?
Uh-huh.
That's fine. Now when you go back with the next layer that is less thin, now you'll start seeing the actual color build up and give me the ability to start defining more of my gold in this case, right, over the top. And here I might start placing it, more like where it would actually be bright. You just saw me put it across the top of the gorget and give me more opacity there. Probably this line here. That's a little too thin. So again, I'm just not thinning this layer as much. And then when I come over this, it'll smooth out what we've already done a little bit right over the top like that. Let me brighten my color where I need it. So I have to get a little bit more control, a little bit more specific in my placement. And this is kind of the easy way to layer, so to speak. And then when you start adding your brighter highlights over the top of this, it really starts to look like you spent more time on it than you really did. This is that Wish.com non-metallic metal style. Go messy on the first couple of layers and then start tightening it up on your last layers.
And remember, this Friday we'll be streaming with with Dallas over from AMG, so put that on your calendars. Have a fun time.
Always fun when Dallas is here.
Bushman, good to hear from you. Yes, we will be here this week. Jason will not be here tomorrow.
I'll be here every other day. And then my schedule should get back to normal.
I think so.
Yeah, so you can see how we're starting to get
Looks good.
things outlined. And that's just two colors and doing that first layer thin, second layer less thin. More opacity for the second. And eventually, when it gets done, you get non-metallic gold. It's funny that it goes from this kind of orangey gold to this. Right?
Yeah.
When we add that desaturated pale yellow, bright pale yellow to it, it strips all the warmth out of the color, but gives you that hint of orange yellow in the shadows, which really works.
Absolutely.
Bushman, glad to see you.
Yes, thank you all for hanging out with us.
Thanks
Jason,
for sticking around.
We're glad you're back, Jason.
Yeah, me too, man.
We had a fun time.
I really miss streaming.
Yeah.
The trip this last week went by really fast because I was just meetings, travel. But yeah, the whole time I was like, oh, I really want to be painting. This is my sanity time. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us, watching some paint dry, having some fun, putting up with our bad jokes. And Chris, yeah, you heard it.
That's what I do.
The TK, yes, that noob will be Chris. We just talked about that. You were here for that.
TK, you here. Come on now.
Chris is okay too. Agrippa.
I'm fine.
I think
am 50% fine.
I agree. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. If you're new around here, please hit the follow or the subscribe button if you're watching us on either Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. We stream to all three platforms simultaneously from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Monument time here from Phoenix, Arizona. We love having you around, so mark your calendars Monday through Friday. We'd love to see you back. Make sure you check out all the links that Chris put in chat. Check out monumenthobbies.com where you can pick up some Pro Acryl and all the products you see us using here live on the stream. Next time you have a color or a hole in your hobby supplies, join us first. We'll send you in the right direction and get your game up and more fun for you painting. And make sure to also check out the Discord channel where we've got over 6,000 amazing artists just like yourself sharing and getting inspired on what they got going on, telling really bad jokes, talking about vacations and food and you name it. A lot of great places to join inside the Discord to make friends, hang out, talk hobby, be nerds. It's awesome. Come see us there too. 24-hour nonsense. We'll love see you back here tomorrow with you and Jordan. Is Jordan going to be on?
He's not here. He was sick today. So
that's right. He had to go home sick,
see.
so we'll have to figure out. So you'll have a fun time with Chris and someone tomorrow.
That's right.
And then I will be back with you on Wednesday through the end of the week painting up some more Blood Angels. So stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid. So keep this party going. Show some love in the channel we wind up in. Enjoy your hobby through the evening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow. Adios, gang.